My name is Nengi Nelson, and I'm a visual artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. I use photography and video as a way to express my art. My project, Underbridge, is a PSA to my community. It is me lending my voice to a topic that really matters to me: sexual harassment in public spaces, precisely public transportation. During the lockdown, it felt like it didn't feel like actually, there were a lot of women. There were a lot of videos online on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook of women taking public transport and being harassed and being shamed. And I felt like it was very important for me to speak up about it, especially since it was something I had also experienced and my younger sister had experienced. The process of bringing this project to life was a very tough one, but very exciting at the same time. I would always say it has been one of my greatest learning curves since I started working as an artist. Through a series of meetings with Adela Olagunju and Jumoke Sanwo, we decided that it was important to have this project installed under an actual bridge here in Lagos, as it would really hit the nail on the head with the topic that I was trying to talk about. The wrecking involved me finding space. This was one of the toughest parts of this job, but thankfully I had my colleague and friend Obayomi Anthony, who pretty much helped me navigate these spaces. He was very vital in speaking with the locals, using the Yoruba dialect to communicate properly to them and help them understand the importance of the project I wanted to do, which eventually helped me decide on a space to shoot with. After we secured the space, it was down to deciding on the actors to work with. My main subject, Kate, helped me get at least 3 other of the actors, and then 3 of them were close friends of mine. We eventually had Zoom meetings where we talked about the project and pretty much just ran lines and I helped them understand what roles each of them were to play in the production of this work. After we secured the space, it was down to getting the bus. I had secured the bus before the lockdown was extended to 12 o'clock. And so when it was then extended, I hadn't factored in that I had only gotten the bus for 2 hours. So that was also something that I had to deal with, but eventually it all worked out. We had the shoot for about 3 days and eventually got the shot that we wanted. The major challenges I had with the project was with the space and the weather. With the space, it was making sure I was going through the right channels and not crossing any toes, communicating properly to them as regarding the time, the length of the project, from shooting to showing, and communicating about the amount of people that were going to be present in the space for security purposes and all of that. When it came to the weather, I wish there was somebody I could have talked to about the weather. On one day it would rain, on the other days it wouldn't, and then I would usually follow the weather forecasts, but then it was a good time to learn that you couldn't really trust that. Gratefully, we still made it work. The message is simple for this project. The Yorubas will say "Soro Soki," that's speak up and speak loud. When someone sees this happening, it is up to us as individuals to speak up and fight for these victims and really amplify the victims' voices, because sometimes they do speak up but they end up being shamed and quieted. I hope that this project inspires change, even if a friend comes up to you and tells you that this is what their experience has been. I want someone to remember that they saw Underbridge and think that they are meant to support this victim and speak up for them and fight for them.
How somebody will enter your vehicle, start touching anyhow, start behaving anyhow. Is it proper? It's not proper. Let me honestly.
If you go into the open market space, there's times where, sellers or different men, they want to talk to you, they may grab your arm or they may touch you, and it's that's not okay either.
So now I know how it is when people interfere into this kind of situation instead of just keeping quiet.
If you're a victim or if you're being harassed in the bus or anywhere in the workplace, you don't have to keep quiet.
A friend once said to me that it was in the sharing of our own experiences that she realized that the situation she had been in a while back was actually harassment. So I hope that this also triggers a sort of consciousness within a victim to understand that this is what their story has been, this is what their experience has been, and cause them to confront those feelings and experiences.